Hey folks, I am going to take you on a whirlwind tour through developing a Breakout video game for a tiny game system known as Pico 8. You're looking at Pico 8. Maybe I should back up and show you how I got here. If you Google Pico space 8, the number 8, Pico is spelled P-I-C-O, and then education, you get to this page and to this Google page, and at the top there's a link directly to where you need to go, and then if you hit this play button you will start up the Pico 8 game engine. Now initially it goes into what's known as command line mode, but if you hit the escape key it will be in code editor mode. Yay. And I'm gonna kind of just try to push us through and get a lot done, and I don't know that I'm going to explain every little detail up front, but I'm hopeful you'll learn some things along the way. First of all, there is a common thing that needs to be done with most Pico 8 games, and because we're learning about functions in programming class, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use this normal thing that people do when they make Pico 8 games. They create 3 functions. And by the way, in Pico 8, all the letters are always uppercase, so you never have to really hold the shift key down. Let's see here. What else? And that is that function called init. That's a special name. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's also a function called underscore update. And, oh, by the way, in Pico 8, the programming language that's used is called Lua. Lua is actually, it has some similarities with Python. They are both considered to be scripting languages. And but one thing that's different is that in Lua, you have to use the end statement every time you want to end something, like a function or an if statement or a loop. Anyways, we'll see more of that. Just wanted to give you a heads up what that end is all about. It's funny too, because in Lua you use end for everything, whether it's an if or a loop or a function. It's always just end. Okay, anyways, we have one more function, one more major function, and then we'll begin to make some functions of our own. But these guys are the functions that Pico 8 expects to have, okay? A init is exactly like what it sounds like it would be. It lets you initialize things you'd like to initialize. And here we'll initialize things like we're going to make a breakout game. And I guess for those of you that don't know what a breakout game looks like, we should probably take a quick peek. I found a video with the original breakout game from Atari. Let's take a look. I turned off the sound because it was pretty loud, but essentially you can see what happens is there's a ball that's bouncing around, and something's wrong here. They must be in the demo screen or something. Let me see if I can get to a good part. Okay, so they were in some kind of weird mode. I figured out how to get past that. Let's take a look and see how the game plays. So you've got the user has a paddle down here at the bottom, and then there's a ball that bounces back and forth. And every time the ball hits a brick, the brick disappears and the score goes up. And there's also all kinds of sounds and noises that are made. Every time the ball hits the paddle, there's a noise. And every time the ball hits a wall or a brick, it makes a noise. So anyways, that is what we are going to try to create for ourselves. So let's take a look and see how we're going to do that. So initially, we might want to set what is the position of the ball. And we'll say ball X, because remember, coordinates on the screen are broken into 2 parts, X and Y. So ball X, we'll say initially is going to be at 90, and ball Y will initially be at 40. And by the way, in Pico 8, the screen coordinates are different than they are in CMU. In Pico 8, the screen is 100. It goes from 0 to 128. From the X is on the, let's see if I can do this. On the left, X is 0, and on the right, X is 128. and at the top, y is 0, and at the bottom, y is 128. Okay, so it's similar to CMU, but it's actually a smaller, more constrained screen. And the people who designed Pico 8, well, the guy who designed Pico 8, his reasoning is that by making it so that there's fewer options, you can focus more on the design and creativity part of making a video game. All right, anyways, that's a theory. What else? So we've got the position for the ball. So we're going to put stuff we'd like to initialize in the init section. And it will only happen once. It will only run one time when this program runs. Then there's the update section. In the update section, that's where we'll put code that is regularly doing things like moving the ball, and also it will be used for checking to see whether the ball has collided with other objects, like the walls or the paddles or the bricks that we will soon be making. And finally, this section here is the draw section. And the draw section will be used to actually draw the ball on the screen and the paddle and the bricks, and that's how we'll break things up. The update section runs at once every 30 seconds, so it's constantly running very quickly. And the draw section is the same way. It is constantly running once every 30 seconds, and so it's going again and again and again and again. And the idea of breaking out and doing something in update and something in draw, I think it's an interesting idea, and I like it. I like how it breaks up the code into different functional parts. Anyways, let's see here. Before I end this video, let's do a little something here. I'm going to go ahead and put the CLS function with parentheses. That'll clear the screen, and that is necessary in Pico 8. In CMU, we are spoiled. We have the luxury of the screen allowing, the code allows us to move a shape to other parts of the screen without having to constantly clear the screen. Here in Pico 8, we do not have that luxury. Everything that we do, any animation we want to create, involves drawing something on the screen, clearing the screen, drawing that same thing somewhere else, clearing the screen, and repeat that over and over again, 30 times a second. Okay, what else are we going to do before we're done today? This video is running a little longer than I wanted to, but let's at least draw something on the screen. So we're going to try to draw a ball at ball X and ball Y, and we will do that by doing circ fill. This is a lot like the circle command in CMU, and we will use ball X and ball Y in order to set where the circle will appear on the screen. We'll give it a radius just like we do in CMU. And we will also give it a color, and I think for now we're going to use 11, I believe is yellow. I'll double check. There's other editors in Pico 8, including a sprite editor and a map editor and a sound editor and a music editor. I'm just gonna consult quickly with the sprite editor, and I'll notice that when my mouse is over the yellow, you can see down here at the bottom it tells you that is color 10. So I'm going to come back here and we're going to set the color to 10 so that our ball is yellow in color. And then we're going to do Control R to run. And when we do, we get a yellow ball at approximately, let's see here, it'll be at approximately 90, 40 on the screen. That's it. So again, Control R, there we go. To get out of this, I hit the escape key. And to get back to the editor, I hit the escape key again. Escape takes me back and forth between the editor and command line mode. Editor, command line mode. When I'm in command line mode, I can run the clear screen command all by itself with no parentheses, and it clears the screen. And I think that's mostly what I wanted to do. We've accomplished something. We were able to draw something on the screen, and you learned a little bit about the three main functions that every Pico 8 program really should have. So I'm going to call it quits right there. Thank you for your attention. I can't wait till we get to our next our next video.